What is up, my fellow Trojans? Today we are here with a very exciting situation we have here for you today. We are doing a head-to-head campaign, okay? And I haven't really played these very often, but Gio D, messaged me on the channel and said, hey, let's do a head-to-head. So here we go. We're going to be doing Carthage, and it will be us playing against Egypt. So this is going to be very interesting because we're right there, right close to each other. So we'll see how this goes. Alright, let's go ahead and ready it. We're going to be playing on normal. The mods we're using are more navies, edicts, armies for DEI. We're doing the DEI graphics enhancement mod, larger battlefields, and DEI part 1 through 3. Alright, so let's go. Alright, so the population system, we already know how that works. Alright, supply system, we know how that works as well. Okay, guys, so I've been thinking of a strategy, and I think what we need to do is, obviously we're going to be at war with Rome eventually, right? So we're going to have to watch out for that. But I think we should take Cyrene. That's a good walled city. It's going to stop them from, coming along this coast to invade us. We're also going to have to work on some navies in order to hold back the Egyptian navy, which was, quite good as well historically. Yeah, I've never done head-to-head. I might get my butt kicked. This guy seems like he knows exactly what he's doing, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, we're untrustworthy right now, which is weird.
Well met, friend.
Go ahead and try to get some trade agreements. Get our economy stimulated a little bit. Okay, it's 1500, that's good.
You bless our meat. A flapping tongue that speaks without wisdom is not welcome.
We're gonna have to watch out for the Iberian tribes as well. Because they will declare war on us as well, along with Rome.
I trust you come
So we got our hands full on 3 fronts. I would say the Carthaginians are definitely my favorite faction to play.
You have spoken fairly, and I can act.
The Gaetuli, of course.
My master extends the most magnificent
I think
welcome to you and your honorable
major
people.
advantage we have on the Egyptians is the fact that we can get these Numidian tribes as allies, right? And they're going to join us. And they will fight with us against them. See, look at this. Yeah, we're just getting a bunch of trade agreements.
For your speech. Sure that you come to deliver a profit. You present honest terms.
Okay, they don't want a non-aggression pact yet, but they will. Cyrene, we're going to go ahead and leave them open. Then Asimones for sure as well.
Friend. Let us use our time together in wisdom and seek accord.
They'll pay more. There's 2100.
I will accept this in my lord's name.
Okay. So where's our fleet? Do we not have one? We do not. Okay, we're gonna need to raise a fleet. A cheap one at that. And we're gonna send them east like we usually do. Get all those trade agreements in Greece. As well as get more allies, hopefully. Okay, so this army's gonna move out. We're gonna need some edicts. So we need to work on our food, so it seems. So we can go and build some more homesteads. We're gonna get an amphitheatron. We're gonna go and upgrade the city of Carthage, as well as Euphranta, which has a bigger garrison. So it looks like this one does. So we're gonna do a civil settlement. As well, we're gonna upgrade our Hellenistic village. Need more food. Corrales is pretty stable. So we're also gonna upgrade the iron village. Let's really just work on the barracks here. We do. So here we're gonna need a governor, general. Just give him 2 cheap units. Here we can go ahead and do bread and games. Here we cannot because we don't own Numantia or Os. So we can go ahead and put him out of the settlement. We're going to, we don't have the patrolling option just yet. Let's go ahead and look at politics. Oh, technology. Yep, let's do military, all the way to military settlement for now. Politics wise, Mago, you need to get married. Everyone's pretty happy, I would say, with us right now. But we're going to go ahead and send these guys straight to the Igharamin. Alright, improve relations with them. Okay, we still have 6,000. Okay, let's see what we can do. This would be good economic building. Let's go and get a barracks here. And then we'll also get that building, and that should be good. Alright, let's go ahead and end turn. See what he does. Oh, we have an edict to give out. Let's do tax harvesting here. Alright, so this is going to be a very interesting campaign. We made the decision not to go to war with each other till turn 50. So that should give us plenty of time to, you know, get strong, maybe deal with possible enemies that might arise, um, and really just start making our stances towards war with one another. So he has to deal with the Seleucids. I would say it's not nearly as hard because the Seleucids usually get wiped out, right, by their satrapies and all the other factions that come with that, along with like Pontus and maybe Galatia. Sometimes Galatia gets big and powerful. Or Pergamon. Pergamon's a really big one. So he's not having that big of a challenge compared to us. Where we're sitting, we have to deal with Rome. And Rome in this game, with the AI, just steamrolls everyone and anything in its path. There's really not any, when it comes to AI factions fighting against one another, there's really not any faction that actually stands up to them or can halt them. Even Carthage, you know, if you're playing as like Macedonia and Carthage and Rome as AI go against one another, Carthage just gets steamrolled, right? Um, so maybe we'll be a check and balance in the game for the other AI factions against Rome. I'm not really quite sure. Um, yeah, and then we have the Iberians to deal with, right? And him to deal with. But like I said, I think we have a major advantage due to the fact that here we have the Maseli, and then we have the other Masili, and we also have the Higara Min, which are actually a pretty good faction due to the fact that this is all desert, right? Now I don't believe he gets any, you know, bonuses for not taking casualties in the desert. So he's gonna have to go along this road, okay, to get to them. Otherwise he's gonna, I mean, I think there's a couple roads. Yeah, like right here. Alright, and then right here, yeah. So he's gonna have to come along this road, or he's gonna have to beat us back right here to get into them. But even then, you know, they're gonna be pretty well, I'm pretty sure they build up their forces quite well down here. Okay, they usually have a couple full stacks. And then we got our allies right here, which usually in the game, you know, they sit around right here at Carthage and they don't really want to move against Rome. Okay, but if we set ally war targets against them, they have no problem, I don't believe, coming down this coastline and attacking them. Okay, and Cyrene, we could bankroll Cyrene, okay, in order to put up a bigger of a fight. If that works, I'm not sure if it does. I have done it in the past and it seems to have worked a little bit, but then again, I'm really not quite sure. So yeah, it's and I'm sure he is a bigger economic powerhouse than we are right now. I believe Egypt and Carthage are two of like the richest. Besides the Seleucids, Seleucids are pretty rich as well, but I would say the Seleucids, Egypt, and Carthage are the most rich trading factions in the game. Alright, so we're gonna have to see how this goes. I'm really excited for this, guys. Like I'm really excited for this. I like the competition. I like the feeling of the unknowing, so to speak. Alright, who are we at war with? Are we at war with Rome? No. We're at war with Epirus, right? Yeah, Epirus. Okay. So Epirus, they might even accept a very bountiful peace treaty. But then again, if we stay at war with them, we increase our relation with Rome. Okay, so we might be able to stave them off for a little bit more. Or should we just rip the band-aid off, and should we just go straight to war with them? That's the problem here. Because with DEI, they built in a mechanic that if either one of us takes Syracuse, war is automatically declared. Okay, and once you're at war with Rome, they do not accept a peace treaty. Okay, it's very hard. You could just beat them into submission. Like you could have 5 Khanes, and they still will not accept a peace treaty. So Syracuse is a very valuable fortress, right? And could be a bulwark against the Italics. But Cyrene could also be a bulwark against the Egyptians. Now, what's really terrible is, and what sucks, is I don't have John to help me out here. Because, if you guys haven't noticed, John comments on a lot of my videos with Total War, and he tells me advice, right? Sometimes I follow it, sometimes I don't. But he's like my counselor. He's like my hand of the king in the Game of Thrones sense of the word. So, all right. I can't have his advice. You know, I appreciate you, John. I do, but I can't have his advice because here's the thing, guys. I can't upload this right away because of the fact that I don't want him to see my moves. Right? He follows the channel, right? So I can't upload this right away. I'm gonna have to wait. So that sucks. It sucks a lot, but it is what it is, right? So I'll probably upload this, I would say. I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload it. Maybe when we start fighting each other at turn 50, because I just don't want him to see all my moves and see that my army compositions and see everything that's going on. So now eventually I would say like turn 30, we're gonna send a spy over there. And honestly, he might play dirty. He might send a spy a lot sooner. And I just love this head to head. It's awesome. It's a great experience. I really kind of wish that what they did with Warhammer 3, with being able to have multiple people on a head to head or co-op campaign. That seems like a lot of fun. It seems like a lot of fun. So, I mean, I bet it's super buggy when it comes to connection and all of those things, but if it could be perfected and worked out, I think it's a great feature that they should add. Um, Too bad Rome 2 is kind of a dead game. It would be awesome if they could just make that for all of their games, right? for all the ones that allow you to do head-to-head or co-op campaigns. I think that'd be really fun. You could have like Carthage and Macedonia, right? The two allies against, Rome and, Athens, right? Or Pergamon and Rhodes and Rome and Macedonia and Carthage fighting against each other. You can make some really cool historical situations, on the big campaign map. Gio D is taking a long time with his turn. But it is the first turn, so, it does go this way. It does take a while. We're going to have to take this army out next turn. I forgot to do that, so it doesn't cause any public order difficulties there. Alright. So we got that public order under control. This one's going to be difficult to manage. The Editani probably will declare war on us. Or maybe even the Turds. Oh, the famous Turditani. I do really like the Iberian factions. I really like the Aravaci. They're one of my favorites. But I would say overall, guys, I know I have my Rome campaign going, but my favorite faction in this game is the Carthaginians. I love Carthaginians. And our good old reshader and DEI is making this map look absolutely amazing. Let's just go ahead and look at this real quick. Look at the terrain. It really does make it almost look next gen. Kind of makes it look more like an Attila map. And, I've been speaking to a lot of big YouTubers, and they tell me, and hey, you're playing a really old game, and that's fine. I didn't really expect to get this big on YouTube, getting 1.6. I think we finally hit 1.6 thousand subscribers now, which is a big deal, and I appreciate all the support. But that wasn't really my intention when I started YouTube. My intention wasn't to go and get a big group of following and make a lot of money or be super big and famous. It was just simply because I enjoy it. I enjoy giving you guys commentary and showing my love for these games with you guys and just sharing my experiences. I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel ever since I was little. I remember back when I was little, I was watching Jackie Fish when he was super, a lot smaller than he is now. Or Surreal Beliefs with his Skyrim, or Lionheart even, or Heir of Carthage. And, or even, I was watching Prince of Macedon, all the way back, when he was doing Rome 1 and all those types of videos. And I always wanted to have one. I always wanted to start a YouTube channel someday. So now that I'm a little bit older and I have had the means to get a good laptop and, do all that stuff, I would say, hey, it's a great experience. It really is. It really helps you get further connected with the Total War community, and that's great. And some of you guys are asking me, hey, how's your graphics look so good? How's your game run so smoothly? Honestly, guys, you're asking me for fixes and stuff like that. The greatest fix, and I hate to say this, is to have a good computer. Okay? Otherwise, you're just gonna have to lower your settings in order to play without lag or, any other issues like that. I spent about 1,600 USD on my laptop. All right, I got an Asus Gamers Republic laptop. Now, some of you would be like, ew, why do you got a laptop? Why do you not have a desktop? I don't have a desktop simply being because with my job, I would go on long sea voyages. Okay. And you can't have a desktop on that limited amount of space. And I also need something portable that I can take to work on a work day that I can use for my job. Okay, and I can't lug around a desktop, right? So I'd say it does the job. Yes, I'm playing on trackpad, but I've actually had a lot of experience playing with the trackpad. I've only had one desktop in my life. And sadly it died, right before I joined up with my new job. I actually got it shipped to me at my first job site, and it broke in the mail, which is very tragic because that's when Bannerlord Beta was releasing, and I was a very big Warband fan, and it was absolutely heartbreaking that I had to, I couldn't play Bannerlord. So I ended up going ahead and buying this new laptop, and yeah, I had to borrow like I think $600. But I was gonna play that Bannerlord beta at all costs. Dang, Gio D is really thinking this through, and it's starting to make me think that I should have taken my sweet time and really focused. But at the end, there was nothing much that I could do. So Syracuse, okay, let's think here. If Syracuse could be our friend, Rome will move on them eventually, and we could have a force to aid them in Sicily, while we take this army and move for Cyrene. Could be beneficial. But then again, if we own Cyrene, we're not going to be able to own the rest of this province. Okay. But if we own Cyrene, we also could have the Nasamones hold them off. And I'm not saying we're going to beat them in full-on invade. That's not really my plan. I think what we should do is hold them in a defensive stance. Okay, so sieges. If we can upgrade Cyrene to a fortress, to a bigger city, to a fortified bulwark, right, and have a nice big old juicy full stack in here, and maybe even a navy for backup, right, because this would be a good naval base for operations to stop them from coming anywhere this way from Crete, in between Crete and Egypt or Libya at this point. That'd be a good spot. And then the Nasamones can come and aid us. Okay. And then that will also give us time to kind of build up right here at Ephrata and allow our allies to marshal and gather to make our strike east. That's a good plan. I think that's a pretty good plan. But I also would like to expand a little bit into Spain, okay? Because even say if we start getting beaten back here in by Ephrata and down here at Lepkoi, and Thapsus, okay? We still have an empire over here that he's gonna have to come and try to reach us at. Okay, so that's like the last thing that we want, right? But maybe what we have to do here. So we do need to start building up our economy ASAP because we're gonna need to fund a lot of armies. He is taking his sweet time. He's asking if I'm streaming. So this guy's a pretty cool guy, man. He's a Georgian, and he's living in Norway right now, right? So I'm over here on the Pacific coast of the United States. So it's about what, 7 a.m. my time, 8:30 a.m. my time, and it's about, I think it's at nighttime there for him. So I believe he's a history teacher, and we really kind of like, we got the thing in common where we're really into history. I'm actually considering becoming a history teacher after my little stint in my job. Hint, hint. I think actually I've already told you guys this. I'm in the military. Okay, I'm in the United States military. Getting ready to get out due to a severe spinal injury. And I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm doing good. Um, but yeah, I'm just kind of ready for that next step in life. So it's either a history teacher, end up being a professor. That's the goal, or I will end up doing psychology, maybe getting my master's in that. I've always wanted to help people with their issues, and I mean that's kind of um, been put onto me by one of my greatest idols, which would be Jordan Peterson. He's a very good man, really helps people, and he's got a big heart, and it's really inspiring. Haha, your plans. Alright, so we're gonna ask a little bit about him, okay? Kind of try to get maybe some dialogue going. Alright, successful diplomacy. That's good. He offered us an entire settlement? Oh, thank you. Oh, you didn't have to do that. Come on. I didn't want that. I did not want that. But thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. What do we get for a resource? Leather. Okay. Okay. Well, we'll get a consecrated grounds there, and we gotta spend all our money on it now. Okay, let's get them going that way. How's our reputation going? We're at trustworthy now, so that's good.
Greetings
We're
in
at
the name of
untrustworthy with
Hermes.
them. Okay. That's fine. We don't really have any money as of right now, so we're gonna get our guys out and start patrolling. We're gonna back up Acrogas. And it really bothers me that Acrogas isn't a fortified settlement, because historically speaking it was a Carthaginian, fortress, that could stop anybody from wanting to come and take the Carthaginian part of Sicily. So it's kind of annoying. So let's put all of our generals in a patrol stance. Bring some more money in. They should be super happy with us, honestly. Yep. Alright, so we got our non-aggression pact.
We had heard of your great wisdom.
Let's get a military access. Oh, they're not ready for that yet. Simone's go ahead and get a non-aggression. Nope. So they're only at war with Cyrene right now. They're not going to war with them yet.
Welcome. The
They
day
want a peace
is
treaty.
already old, and there is
You don't want to
much
make a client state, then forget yourself, because it's the only way I'm making peace with you. Alright, I think I'm about done, guys. I don't think there's much else we can do here. I'm really just waiting for our economy to step up. And we do have our barracks being built here. So these guys are a little unhappy still. So we're going to go ahead and send them... Send them to Rome. Alright, let's go ahead and end turn. see what he said. I am the same way. I do like mods. Yeah, see, I like 12-12 guys, and I know I did a Crusader campaign at the beginning of our channel, but I'm just really waiting for it to get a little further developed. Because, yeah, I'm just waiting for it to get a little bit more developed due to the fact that I'm waiting for the battle maps and stuff to get finished. Because right now it's like, it's cool and the units look great and stuff, but when you start like sieging towns and it looks like just an Attila town, it's kind of a buzzkill, honestly.
To serve the mighty
So there's a king of, oh, that's a cool helmet, man. I like the Iberians, man. They're very unique.
At your command.
What, the turds? Yeah, that's a cool helmet too. The Carpetani, yep, cool helmet. Everyone's got cool helmets.
Ready
And we
for
got these
orders.
things.
Ready for battle.
So the biggest thing is when we face Egypt is their pikes, right? We're gonna have to watch out for that. And their cav. Their cav are gonna be tricky. But I've been thinking about this a lot, and I think I got a good strategy in order to beat these guys. We're gonna have to definitely use some Numidians, pretty effectively, and then we're gonna have to use our heavy cav in order to lure them and bait their cavalry. Excuse me for one moment. Ah, he's taking so long with his turns, it really is making me starting to think that I need to take longer turn times, but it's not much for us to do. Let's go and look at Carthage real quick. Got the famous harbor right here. Oh, it's our turn. That was quick. It's a lot quicker than the first turn for sure. Okay. Well, we should be able to start discovering the Greek factions, which will allow us to get more trade agreements. Looks like he's talking to Macedonia. Come on, Macedonia, you're supposed to be our allies, not theirs. believe they're pretty hostile to them right off the bat. Oh, he might have the Greeks on on his side though. Oh no. Because I believe Athens and like Sparta are very, very friendly. He's gonna build up alliances for sure.
I propose, or rather ask for, a treaty to combine our
Okay, I'll give
forces
you
with
that.
your
But you're gonna pay
considerable
me money.
strength.
There you go. Okay. The Blemier. It's probably dealing with them diplomatically as well. Which those factions are just useless. It's pretty easy to destroy. Okay. Our economy's getting a little better, but it's not getting as good. Okay, we got a famous scholar, increased research rate for civil technology tree. Okay, that's cool, but we need to do our military technology tree. At least for right now. Alright, who do we discover? Did we discover someone? Sparta. What's up, Sparta?
Be welcome. But
Okay, you don't want anything with us? That's cool. That's cool. Everything's cool. Alright, like I said, we still gotta wait until these buildings are built. And our economy gets a little better. Everywhere's looking pretty good diplomatically. Or public order wise, excuse me. Everything's looking pretty solid. Alright, there's our timer, so that's going to be the end of this episode. So I will go ahead and see you guys next time. Perry the Trojan out.